Hello there, Riderflex Nation. Steve Urban here. More career advice and job interviewing tips for you. And today's podcast will be on the topic of addressing concerns the interviewer is worried about. And I'm talking about the stuff they don't bring up in the interview, things they may not ask you about, but you know in your gut that they're worried about it, right? Let's talk about that for just a minute. You know, a lot of people would recommend that you never bring up any potential concerns or that you never volunteer what might be a weakness about your profile to an interviewer. I generally disagree with that. I think, and based on my experience, most people conducting interviews, they have decent common sense and they've looked at your profile, and most likely whatever you're worried about, trust me, they're worried about. What I mean is, if you have an hour and a half commute and you're already yourself worried about the fact that that might be a tough commute, believe me, they're thinking the same thing. If you know that, only spending 6 months in your last job probably looks bad on your resume, trust me, they're thinking it looks bad on your resume. If the job requirement had a bullet point saying that you needed to have furniture experience and you don't, believe me, they're concerned about it. Okay, so all of these things that may not be a perfect match on paper or may not be in your history of job experience, if it's not a perfect match, you should be fully aware of what those items are. You should have comments around those topics and be ready to counter each one of them. Hit it head on in the interview. Just address it, because trust me, they're worried about it. They're thinking it. And a lot of times, the interviewer won't bring it up for whatever reason. Maybe there's not enough time, or maybe they just don't want to bring it up because they don't want to have a conflict in the interview, or make you worry, or whatever. There's a host of reasons why they may not bring up the questions. But if they don't, just address it, man, head on. Just hit them with it and say, hey, look, John, during our interview, we didn't talk about the fact that I live in an hour and 30 minutes away. And I just want to address that really quick in case there's any concerns around it. Here's the deal. I take the train. I've always done that. I've done it for 3 years in my last job. My family's used to that. It won't affect me at all, blah, blah, blah. Whatever your counter is to specific things, just hit them, man. Hit them head on and address it, and put that interviewer at ease with anything they could be worried about. That's my recommendation. And there is your Riderflex tip of the day. As always, folks, you can call in or email us with questions. We'll help you in any way we can. Our podcast can be heard just about anywhere these days. We appreciate you listening. Thanks a lot, folks, and have a great day.